But no, I hope everyone's well. I'm gonna get started because it's like 4:15, and anime night starts at 8, so it's not going to be the longest stream regardless. And I want to get some good progress on this. Let's just. I'm gonna need to line up these hunts. I'm not going to be able to do that dragon yet. That was hard as fuck. I could probably do it, but I'm not spending a whole stream trying to beat that. The pack FF16. We'll do that one though. Should be able to sleepwalk that. Oh, he would love. I reckon he. To be fair, like One Piece is fairly traumatic at points. Don't you think? Alright, let's get some of these side quests done.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Saw what? Yeah, he'd probably like One Piece. Who doesn't? Goots!
What am I gonna do?
Reckon these skies are enough to give anyone the collywobbles, but I'm not going to sit around hanging my head and twiddling my thumbs. Did enough of that back in Twinside while you were busy fighting that horrible dragon, and then that even horribler one.
But no more.
From now on, I'm going to do what you lot do and properly pull my finger out, no matter how much my knees are knocking. Can't have Nan and Blackthorn thinking I'm a big wet blanket now, can I? So don't worry about me, you just stick to what you do best, saving the world. Alright, eye for an eye.
Is everything alright, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle.
That's what it means, Goots.
I think Nan might be in trouble and she's...
It's alright. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by.
Clever Iron Giant comment earlier, by the way.
Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallymill Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
I'm not afraid of a lashing.
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
I think your best bet is probably getting him to watch the One Piece when that comes out. So obviously that is going to be, well, maybe not drastically shorter, but at least more bite-sized.
Seems the hideaway has lost
Blasted
its...
book. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
Go on then.
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Well, That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps
Harpocrates.
he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
I just noticed behind us on the table they've got the bread that looks like that other place that we did in that side quest. I wonder if that's there if we don't do the side quest. Oh, hang on. Unique scene?
Sid! Look what the curse breakers brought back from Dalmekia. Said they were all the rage in Dalimil. Looks sort of funny if you ask me.
I'll be damned.
Have you had one before?
Something smells good. What we have?
Oh, it's like a cool little extra scene.
Bombs! And they are good. You should try one.
Eh? A bloody great hole in it. Who ate the rest?
It's supposed to be hollow, silly. Haven't you ever seen Drake's Fang?
Drake's Fang, that's it, sorry. What's with all the fucking bots at the moment? There's way more bots than usual.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Shirley?
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them, as always.
Give him a whooping. Alright then, looks like we're making some more horrendous food here.
Lawsman Harpocrates, I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
So the fabled Sandbricois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortris never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortris is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbricois.
I
Yuck.
would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortris of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
You're going to get in trouble with his mum, Crow.
Is a storm coming,
Ah, thank you, young Jay. 16 months now, thank you.
Disguised as they are.
How's Izzy?
Lady Karen, how's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly are you getting at?
Yeah, no worries, man.
Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Nuggies will help
Just
get over the hangover, hopefully.
Asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating about you selling weapons to brigands.
Are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocence, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No, it was. No. I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
Okay, that didn't go anywhere. Goots, you got me in trouble, you prick. My hero's a bit of... I'd say it's a level down from JJK, though.
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
Couple of levels
That
down.
the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I guess.
I suppose it is.
Right. Can I get up to the... Oh yeah, I can get up from this way. Yeah, I wouldn't say my hero is nearly as traumatizing as JJK is. Nor as violent.
I'm gonna die! You hear me?
Oh.
The Akashic are coming and they won't stop. What do you reckon we should do? I see.
You broke the scales.
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh,
And just how long hasn't it been one?
we're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol. And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Her full name is
That's the
Midadol.
only way to become a ninja-neer.
A
Miss
ninja
Middledore
near.
said, the best way I see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Interesting quest.
All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Midadol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others? This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing.
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers.
Oh, bangers.
But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff.
But what if I wanted to weigh goods? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn.
A gear.
This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Minadol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
It's not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
We know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult.
God, these kids are dumb.
So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo.
And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Minadol's hares.
Her hairs?
Yeah, hares for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Midadol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
You leave the gear off.
cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Sid's a fucking dumbass as well. I guess play it by ear, Crow, I suppose.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Oh, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
Give me rewards. XP will do. Actually, that's a lot of ability points there. Very nice. I guess it's worth doing these later ones because they are going to give you a shitload of stuff, aren't they? Oh, is there another quest in there as well? Fucking hell. It's funny, isn't it? They're just absolutely hurling side quests now.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tyres?
How much more Pluto have you got to watch, dude? What else did we get here? Oh yeah, we got the Guardian scarf. With this tippet dyed red for the flames of the Firebird and the blood of his fallen Rosarian brothers, to Sir Wade pledge not only his loyalty, but the loyalty of the Guardians of the Flame. The fact that we've got that many gaps left suggests that there's like 70 gajillion billion more side quests. How fares the rest? The Guardians are getting along with the Axes fine enough, working to shore up the rest's walls when not clearing out what few threats remain down in the reeds. Though chances are we'd still be neck deep in Akashic had you not given that horde your firm but gentle nudge. I know you've a realm to save and all, but if you're ever in need of a quick reviver, come see us and we'll tap you a cask. Booze! You have an uncanny talent of showing up where you're most needed, my lord. Without your steel, I fear the rest would be in the hands of the Akashic, and us but more of their nameless numbers. However, with the horde now both thinned and fractured, we Guardians can focus our efforts on putting down the smaller packs without the worry of being overwhelmed, while Martha's blood axes can return to defending the Tor. As for young Oscar, you will forgive my sudden request for taking him under your wing. He's a good man, attentive, polite, hard-working. So as you can see, he already has learned everything he can from me. He would do well to continue his squiring under a more worthy shield, and the realm has none more worthy than you. I did wonder actually if all their signatures were unique. It looks like they are. Clive, you have the town's thanks for helping rid us of the thralls, but we are neither of us so naive to think we have seen the end of their like. Good Philippe has taken to seeing that we are prepared should the ghouls come once again calling. I oft worry the rank of captain has begun to weigh heavily upon his shoulders, just as I imagine the same might be said of you and your burdens. But remember, should the weight ever become too much, you needn't stand alone. Our hearts and arms remain ever open, as do the Vale's doors, Isabel. Cheeky fuck, if he's ever feeling down. You still got 3. I mean, you better get started now if you want to catch up. No, he's still alive, Crow. He's still alive. The Garden League have put aside their differences for the time being, allowing us all leave to sip our snake spit in relative leisure. For that I would hazard we have your better half to thank. She put on quite a performance. As for yours, well, from one aspiring thespian to another, might I suggest working on your delivery and your projection and those stiff limbs of yours and your countenance and, well, everything else. We wouldn't want to do the name Underhill a disservice now, would we? And then a humble request. Master Clive, I apologise for this sudden and untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid, and there is none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed Lord Uncle has presented me with a task most vexing, and I fear I am wholly unable to perform to his vaulted expectations, namely due to a marked lack of martial aptitude on my part. To wit, I am but a manservant, not a mercenary. While I maintain the fitness ample to attend to the needs of a manor, to the attending of bandits in back alleys, I am sorely ill-equipped. If it please you, my lord, prithee come and see me at Martha's Rest, where I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full. Okay, I'll do that.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
Smooth like Butler. They definitely had some fun with the names of the quests in this. Oh shit, can I actually not do these at the moment? Right, okay. That's fair enough. Right, so we picked up the side quests, but we can't do them yet. So we've got to go to Central Dalmekia. The Crosjit Echoes. Windblast is sprawled of bottomless ravines latticed with the colossal flotsam of a people fallen. Yeah, no worries, man. Oh. Nice music.
It's like a dream. The 4 of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Campbell was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. You should pick up the pace.
How long does that go on for? I was gonna say, I'm sure I could parry that. try a new move out. Yeah, it's pretty strong. Pretty strong. Didn't actually want to fight that guy. Oh god, there's more side quests. It's fine. Alright, won't go exploring here just yet.
Let's go. Yeah.
Alright, that seems to go around somewhere there. Yeah, I'm not gonna explore.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The echoes have a will of their own.
We can just avoid them, can't we? There are quite a few levels above them now.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Excuse me? Oh, hello. Traveling merchant. Do you have anything?
I do. Where are you off to now, then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps? Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring trade back in Oriflamme. Right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, thought I'd try me luck in the desert. And the Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion.
Blimmin'.
Suppose I could try Canver next. But knowing my luck, the old place be crawling with the works before I'd even sat out me stall. But as I always say, where there's crisis, there's opportunity. The opportunity to mint gil, that is. So, where to next? Is there any money to be made in ash? Do orcs even carry gil?
Primo waffle there.
Come on.
No, probably not. You'd still get decent XP. I'm not really chasing level ups at the moment, though.
Thanks, girl. You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood. Up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you. Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor. Forgive me, Lord Kuka.
Rest well, soldier.
This guy is not surviving, is he? Or is he actually dead already? I don't want to break the game, dude. Oh yeah, no, he's mega dead.
You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Yeah, I don't want to break the game. There's nothing like, imagine we get to the last icon fight and...
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
I get to the last boss and I just like fucking destroy it before any of the cool shit can happen. Don't want that.
We got here in time.
Let's try this. Yeah, look, it can like gather them all up together. It's proper busted. It's not bad damage either.
Enough.
There's a few games where I've done that. I think a couple of the Like a Dragon games have been a bit like that. Where it was so powerful, you just fucking destroy the last boss.
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.
Just want to see if there's any loot here. Doesn't look like it, does it?
You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
Nice. Yeah, again, considering how short that was, they're always worth doing these little ones.
You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait. That scar.
Wait, have we met this guy?
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there in Cosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will?
Oh
Coward!
no.
Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
No.
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some
man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Interesting. That's the first kind of quest we've had like that. I wonder how that that changes. If at all. Right. Let's get back on Ambrosia. Oh shit. There was another chest. I'm getting tons of materials. I don't know about you, man. I'm a bit disappointed by Suicide Squad Isekai. It's not not as good as I was hoping. Last week's episode was pretty good, but it's been a bit disappointing.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Pub?
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yotei, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yotei. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Who is Ultima's puppet?
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
Quite.
How dare you?
Is this Barnabas?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic!
Judging by the evil music, no.
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
I was going to say this man is a dominant, isn't he?
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
Is this going to be... they're going to go for Jill, I assume. Fucking evil sounding organ there.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
Is this going to be like the other ones we found? Yeah.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself.
Good idea, Mo.
None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant. Even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose.
Well, it's Ifrit and Phoenix joined together, isn't it?
Figure in the the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken.
How you doing,
the
mate?
Icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects. And while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
Okie dokie. That's very, like, dark in this game at the moment.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Who among you is bold and...
Here, take a look at my wares.
Diamond sword, silken sash. We haven't had a good belt upgrade. Upgrades in this are bloody awful, honestly. There's so few of them. And it's just like a straight line. There's no, like, you know, oh, this is better than this and this is better than this. There's not a lot of it. I like loot, and there is none.
Fleshed 100 skins today.
It's one of the only things that kind of bugs me about the game. Other than that, it's pretty good.
Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Korava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast, now that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
And hopefully we can get... We were just talking about it. Hopefully get some, like, cool gear out of it or something.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, You are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Caratha. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
I guess we can do these for now. Seems we're locked out of the other ones. Yeah, I don't need to do anything here, do I?
Well, this isn't at all foreboding.
Nah, we're good. Now, there's got to be some goodies around here to loot, surely.
Here's the scraps you're after.
Have you noticed the Elder has been...
Surely.
Not a scratch on them.
You wouldn't happen to have a decent whetstone in there, would you?
There you go.
So
Some
it's these
goblin
stones to Canva, and the
coins.
rest of the boxes to Dalaran.
No one else bothered that I'm just taking their goblin coins. All of them. All of the goblin coins. It's like a grave.
Why won't the sky go back to how it was? I don't like it.
Nor do I, dearie. In all my long years.
See, goblin coins are good and all, but I don't really need the money anymore.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. You! Finally. No one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
I like loot.
Climb the stairs and
memorize a few inscriptions for me, assuming you know your letters, that is. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
This old man's final boss is stairs. I can sort of relate. Not quite that bad yet. Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand. Oh God, please don't.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor.
Please don't say I have to actually remember this. This is not going to go well.
This inquiry's been hard to find since the sky's turned.
It has indeed. Can't blame the beasts for being on edge.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past and make these rocks a home.
What Golden Plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
I'm just going to grab this last one.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalamy.
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood till ends the mother's labour.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals. I should speak to the old scholar. Before I forget everything I've read.
I've already forgotten, mate. Don't worry. It's already forgotten. Deleted from my brain immediately.
The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, what that I could have seen for myself. Oh, come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
The Great Good Moogle Guardians. That was Guardians of the Crystal, wasn't it?
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Wonders of the Golden Plains.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
That was this one, wasn't it? Children of the Hunters. Now tillers.
Children of the Hunters, now tillers of the land. Reap her promised blessing, and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
No one can read.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
Thank you. Guess we're just gonna get some money, are we? Cheeky bit of XP. Yeah, not huge amounts. Good amount of ability points though. And a fucking goblin coin. Got millions of the bloody things now. Alright, I think the level 1 lower than this was one that I hadn't managed to have a look at. Yeah.
Recent quarry's been hard to find since the sky's turned.
For the loots.
Thank you for the deal, egg, mister. Mummy made a pottage from it.
Sounds delicious.
Here's the scraps you were after.
Perhaps you invite me round to try it next time.
Ah, no. Yeah, it's just to go up. Same there? Yeah. Alright, there was another one. What one was it? Is it this one? Skin trade, yeah. I don't think I can go through there yet. There's this altar here.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
Is he an autobiographer?
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
It's a bit culty, isn't it? Almost.
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
We've got a new badge. Yes, new badge. The Phoenix down. That's a nice one.
You bear it,
Nice reference.
Of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Yeah, definitely seems a bit like a cult, doesn't it?
Free cities under sea.
Alright, so you said down this way. Oh, we can actually get through there now. Let's go and do that one. I want to see if we get some kind of armor from it.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
It's not, but I don't care. Is there anything over here? Oh, these are the ones that we needed to take out. These ones look a bit mean. Don't pet these doggies.
Remember, you're a bicycle.
Damn, didn't hold it for long enough. Not getting stunned by this like the other ones do. Jesus, dude. Missed. Fucking hell, these things are lethal. Not my best fight, this one. Took entirely too much damage. Way too much damage. Oh really, dude? Are you close?
Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy? Come on. Faster!
Alright, let's get this hunt one out of the way. I think all the other areas blocked off. No, technically I could go over here now and do these. There's that world map opened up, yeah. Alright. Maybe I'll go and finish off the side quests while I'm here. Right, okay. You're getting there. You're getting there. Sod off your bumholes. There's a big boy.
You deserve a rest. Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fighting in yet.
Whoa! Decent damage.
Farewell.
Nice. Avis skin. The thick-scaled skin of an Avis claimed by some to be as old as the mountains themselves, though it has most likely seen but a decade or two.
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
Bit rude, isn't it? It fucking reeks! Need a shower.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I had hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
Is it just money? Because that's boring, if that's the case. No money. Oh. Yep, that was probably not worth it. Alright, let's go and do this one.
The bandits maybe.
Yeah, just wish there was a bit more loot in this.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
Are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch.
And Goots is a giant man.
Good day, my lord.
Again, nothing new, is there? Now, Breath of Lightning, lightning rod. Don't know if I should buy those or not. Bunch of songs.
Here you are.
I'll tell you what, I'll grab these.
My thanks.
Just to have them.
Here you are. My thanks. Here you are.
Just hoard all of the items. Didn't I have a platinum sword? Or did I upgrade it? I think I did, didn't I?
Thank you for your custom.
I want to say I upgraded it to +2.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
Is this going to be someone that looks like Karen?
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
No.
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
No, Goots.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this store he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
You too, Goots.
Oh, it's over there. I guess that means we've got a fight coming.
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch. What a mess.
Quite hungry.
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
I've got bickies, but I don't really fancy a bicky at the moment.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
Oh, cheers, Crow.
It
I'll
was
get
a
on that in a
fairly
minute.
unconvincing tale. So, What now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
That sword is going up your bumhole, mate.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
Yeah, this is really good against like the weaker guys, but like nearly useless against any of the stronger ones. What, the rock one, Crow?
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
It's rich.
I need to find Goots. Right now.
It's just the one I got from the rock dude.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies.
Strong.
Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Blood?
Goot, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you.
What is this name?
Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her
Hello,
sins.
Mol.
No.
How you doing?
No.
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Goot, no.
Enough, all of you!
Come on, Karen, give him a fucking slap.
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then.
Bogan?
Won't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs.
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Gooch, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect.
Is that why she's got two different colour eyes? Yeah, I'm alright. No change from yesterday, really.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It isn't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra, Clive.
Ta-ra, Clive.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Yes, don't mess with Karen. Ta-ra is one of those like incredibly English sayings, isn't it? Ta-ra.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Karen hasn't changed. Yeah, you don't hear it down here, do you? Continental sensor. According to Karen, a sensor packed with herbs and ambergris can ward off everything from insects to the plague, protect a home from thieves and demons, and heal any number of ailments, all while bringing love and fortune. So you can read. Congratulations. Man, she is fucking... This is just how old English people get. They get, like, fucking sassy as shit. Alright, I think there was another one we could do. Another two we could do, in fact. Proper sass. Where is he? Oh, he's upstairs.
My lord Marquis, it is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas...
Alas?
I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalamil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
Back to Dalamil we'll go. Thank God the load times are very quick.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Mummy, are the bad men going to come back?
Mummy?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch. Perhaps.
Oh yeah, I forgot this quest was called Smooth Like Butler. For fuck's sake. Like, really serious quest, and they make a pun in the quest name.
Good girl.
Yeah!
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Well. This is going to end bad for you guys. Don't seem to be able to kill them with the fire sometimes. It's a bit bizarre. What's the shirt today? It is Samus Aran from Metroid.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's central command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Not at all.
Not at all.
No. To find this second associate of Rutherford's.
I do like
He's
how...
bound for Oriflamme. I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
I do like how the world gets lighter and brighter, as though you know the light is coming through the clouds. That's kind of a nice touch. Okay, I think both the quests I need here. Very handy.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
But he's not anywhere. He is right here. Or not. Oh, there he is.
What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him. I am Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
What does this mean, Mol?
They just couldn't resist, could they?
I mean, I like having hands, yeah.
This one's ours.
Wrong button. Bitch. Yeah, it's not so good against these bigger guys. Ow. Man, my timing's fucked. Episode 5 down. Nice, dude. 2 more to go. Doing well.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't
I will
intervene in such a
survive.
brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
Good day.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
It's kind of a shame that these quests pretty much have Clive just talking to himself, because they have to, I guess they have to like do it in a way that you can do this at any time, and then Jill and Josh might not be here. Thank you, Mol. I will have a hydrate, and then I will hit my mouse. Clive be looking crazy. Crazy how? Ooh.
I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of
right,
information.
talking to himself.
Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
That's another one down. Another one bites the dust. Breath of light. Okay, we'll go and do this one. Yeah, it's not really a quicker way to go there, is there? I did, yeah.
I got peppers to numb your tongue up on fire.
There were ghosts at the gates, not days.
I did get to bed.
You needn't fret. The creatures are
Nah, I wasn't that tired. Still took me a little bit of time to get to sleep.
in the meadows then.
Alright, Faz. How are you, dude?
Good girl.
Yeah!
Fried brain? What's fried it?
Ogretti said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. Right. Let's get this over with.
Getting battered.
Let's try.
I was going to say it should be it. People fried you. You've been having some bad customers at work. Yeah, I did get up at 9. Yeah, I think the thing is, like, once I'm up, really. So I just didn't feel that tired. Well, especially when I'm playing a game, that kind of takes me. I don't often fall asleep while playing games. Let's put it that way. It's a lot of damage, yeah. You played this, didn't you? I think. We've got some raptor liver. Some naturalists believe that it is the blueback wyvern's proclivity to feed on carrion that results in their livers becoming so engorged, and that the saints' bonnets with which they follow their meals serve to ameliorate this effect. I've never heard that word before. Others claim that it is the blooms themselves which cause the damage, the wyverns being so taken with the flower's taste that they cannot resist.
That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent.
There we go. I did stumble across these earlier in the game. I did think they'd have some kind of use.
think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Is it everything you need, Molly? Yeah, I'm alright, Faz. Yeah, not too bad. Bit fed up of work, but I'm alright otherwise.
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
Saint's Bonnet. While this pungent herb, once known as Drake's Mint, has no known curative properties, it does have the ability to mask foul odours and flavours, which is why it is found in recipes involving particularly foul-smelling flesh, such as the lights and livers of wild beasts. Yummy.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about.
Between livers and worms, I'm not sure which one I'd actually prefer, honestly. Oh, that actually looks alright. Fucking chicken.
And here we have it.
Chicken tendies.
Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honour than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
Yeah, that would be near enough the perfect Tom meal by the looks of it. Get some chips in there.
So, not fit for consumption then?
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the Saint's Bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force. A force of nature, even. A maelstrom of flavour and sensation. A graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
All right, Gordon Ramsay.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
Just gonna genocide some wyverns just so we can have some chicken tendies. I've got so fucking many materials, dude. Like, nothing to use them on. I usually cook myself, for myself, Mol. Occasionally, like, usually on a Monday, Mum and Dad will get, like, some nice saucies, and then we'll have, like, some saucies and rice or something. But they're both out today, so I'll cook for myself something later.
It's appetite.
Just gonna go and see what our renown is like. Oh yeah, spag bowl occasionally, yeah. Like, that's more... It's more of like a winter thing, like spag bowl, or we have stew quite a lot. And my mum will just make she'll put a load of ingredients in a slow cooker, and then it's like enough food for pretty much 2 days.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Yeah, I mean, I've probably only missed a couple of anime nights, so you know some shit has gone down if I'm not coming to it. No, that's true. I'm gonna try and find a decent place to kind of stop off here, like after a bit of a main story bit, so I can hopefully get some food in of some kind. Got some amber and a new song. Since I can remember, I have served none but myself, turned my back on the world for a handful of silks and a heavy purse. But where has that left me? It is hard to keep joy in one's heart when all those around you are without. Something must change, and that change must start with me.
All yours.
Right, we're nearly at the next one. I wish you could kind of like see what the next levels
Best of luck
gave
out there,
you.
Sid.
Right, main quest time. Yeah, Christ, can you imagine if I actually destroyed the new kitchen, I'd be killed. I just have to throw myself into the fire of the kitchen because my life would not be worth living. Actual death.
The free cities under siege.
Need to figure out some more emotes as well. Some more one-piece ones.
Orcs. Then let us be rid of them.
Ah, fuck it, we'll take him out.
Be safe.
Battered. Absolutely battered. I'm sorry, like, if it's either make dinner or, you know, don't stream. I was just trying to find a good place to end the stream last night. I did eventually. Come on, get nice and close, everyone. I think we got him. Let's just take the main path down. I think. Diablo, how are you, man? Long time no speak.
Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
I'm alright, man. How have you been? What have you been playing recently? What's more important, dinner or live or streaming? I mean, both would be nice, really. Need a dinner stream. I'm not doing a mukbang. I'm really sorry. It's not happening, Mo. Busy as always. Busy is good sometimes, as long as you've taken some time for yourself as well.
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Yeah, crisps are great, but they don't replace a good dinner. Oh, dude, I need to get around to playing Phantom Lib. Well, I need to finish Cyberpunk. I'll restart it again though when I next play it. Cult of the Lamb and Dredge are also on my list to play as well. Free Cities of Canberra. From humble beginnings, did a handful of villages join to form a staunch alliance that now controls much of the realm's mercantile trade, rather. God, this looks like Assassin's Creed, doesn't it?
Sounds like thunder.
Yeah, I found the side quests weren't always the best, but there's some good ones in there that you can't miss as well, because they were good.
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
Oh no.
Hey?
Josh is fallen head over heels.
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
Does that work on the console versions, Diablo? The whole Twitch integration thing? Or is it just for PC?
So these Akashic are being controlled?
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they returned.
Shit.
But silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
Feels like someone's going to die soon, doesn't it? No, yeah, that's a shame. I don't really want to buy the game again on PC. I might see if I've got... I might have accidentally got it in a humble monthly or something.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors.
Possibly. But yeah, Cyberpunk I would like to do. I'm kind of waiting to see if I can get the...
They don't stand a chance against those things.
Ultimate Edition cheap on the Xbox. Jeez. battered. Fuck off. Oh, this guy needs to get in the fucking bin. Yeah, this move sucks. I've decided. Is that enough? Just about. Very nice. Back to full health as well. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, I got it. I got it on Xbox a while ago, quite cheap. Might be worth doing the VPN trick, Mol, if you want it on Xbox. It's usually cheaper elsewhere. Like set your VPN to like somewhere like Brazil or Argentina. You can buy their codes and use them on a UK account. That's how I've got most of my games cheap. Yes, it's alright for these guys, because he just stun locks them. Loads of gil. I don't need. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly that. I can have a look for you at some point if you want. Aha, I was going to say, when are we going to get a chest? Alright, that was a mistake. Let's get rid of those guys. fucked up the timing there. Seems like the best combo for me at the moment, I think. Whoa. Oh man, I didn't mean to do it, but that was sick. The experience is really strange in this. I got 344 off of killing him and the 2 dogs. Yeah, I can like demolish some chumps in like 17 seconds and get like triple that. It's very odd. So I mean, there's a lot more enemies there, sure, but still. Yeah, I can do Crow, yeah. I'll let you know. Yeah, I'm good at finishing off the dudes quickly, yeah. Fuck's sake. Oh, Gil, just what I need. It's not a door I can open there, is it? Yeah, no, it's very straightforward, isn't it?
That sounded big. Joshua and Jill must be busy.
Guest unlocked. Whoa, okay. You hurt my doggo. I didn't mean to do that. It's gonna ruin my my damage there. Damn it. cooldowns here.
This is the Agora, where the city's leaders gather.
746.
Survivors inside.
Yeah, the XP scaling's a bit wild in this. Crow ratting me out here. The bad quotes. Out of context. Oh, really missed that. Favor of light. This can be like a cooldown or a damage increase. Oh, boss arena.
These creatures. Does Ultima's reach extend this far? What the hell is going on here?
That guy literally just fucking jumped into the fire. What an idiot.
Where is your master? What does he want?
Get rid of these magic pricks first. There we go.
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rosfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled.
This guy's gonna be a fucking badass, isn't he?
I am Stately of House Harvard. And you will yield. Or not. As long as you don't know.
Oh, that parry, dude. Timing was off for that one. Now, yeah, the timing's a bit odd on that. I thought I had it. Nice. Next phase.
Trick.
Fuck. We haven't seen much in the way of like normal sword fights like this, actually.
My performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
What's this cool guy move?
From my liege lord's armory. Gundir. Watch closely, Mythos.
Can I have that weapon, please?
Yes! Yes!
Whoa, okay. Too slow.
Stop!
Oh. Get parried. It's getting battered.
Seldom enough. Would you not agree? Actually, I wouldn't.
Timing was off on that. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
More! Give me more!
I think he's getting off on this fight. Bollocks. That should be it. Or near enough.
Mythos.
That's more like it, experience-wise. Level 40. I'll be reaching level 40 next year. Sanguine Insignia. After taking up the mantle of Lord Commander of the Knights of the Royal Waluda Army upon Sidolphus Telemon's untimely resignation, Sleipnir harboured served King Barnabas for the better part of a decade. Intriguingly, however, there are no records of a house harboured ever existing in either Veldermark or on the southern continent, begging the question, whence exactly did he hail?
The vessel is strong. My liege.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Uh-oh, phase 2. Was this Odin? Yep. Oh, Barnabas.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Walud.
Get back.
This guy's a bit of a badass.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
It's a gnarly looking sword.
Try it.
As all the rest.
Joshua!
Well, Jill's fucking dead.
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
She best not be fucking dead. I'll be pissed. Oh, this ship looks sick.
Will he be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
More fetch quests?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
Seems weird seeing Clive not in his armour. Alright, back to the hideaway. Not for long.
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
New items. New crafting recipe. Right, that might be with that material we just picked up.
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours Wetlegs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer.
Sid?
Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Or you'll have me to answer to.
I reckon Karen's probably the secret last boss of the game. Like, optional.
Clive.
About Goots.
That great lump.
Why, he's gentlest, most dutiful soul I've ever had the pleasure to meet. He might not be the brightest crystal in the crate, but he's got a good heart. And I'd far rather have an honest fool working for me than a clever scoundrel. He never shirks his duties, never answers back, never dips his fingers in the coffers.
No.
I won't hear a bad word said about him, though I might say a few myself. The lad's even got Blackthorn teaching him the secrets of smithing now, so I'm keeping my one good eye on the forge. That blowhard of a blacksmith should even think about doing Goots down. We will be having words.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
A rune blade. Okay, ooh, the design of that looks cool as well. Long before the Valasthian alphabet became commonplace, early tribes across the Twins used a form of lettering now known collectively as runes. While most scholars agree that these runes were merely a crude representation of sophisticated pre-fall writings, some religious sects believe that the symbols hold power that is unlockable only when used in a specific order, much like those inscribed on the blade of this sword.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
We'll equip that. Rune belt. Oh, he might actually be able to get some gear here that's better. See, runic scholars separate the ancient logograms into 3 distinct groups. Wards of expelling, which are used to emit energy, wards of conservation, which are used to absorb energy, and wards of harmony, which are used to combine the previous 2.
You'll not find a better price than that.
Right, we'll buy that.
It'd better all be here.
And I'll upgrade it. And rune crescents. These arm guards are not only thought to be enhanced by the myriad tiny runes engraved about the white gold ribbing, but also by the crescent shape, which in itself serves as a protective ward of conservation.
You'll not find a better price than that.
That's just outright better, that one.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Rubbing me blind. Okay, apart from that, I think it's all standard, isn't it? Yeah.
Is that all?
It's all.
If it's knowledge you seek.
Let's see what that new blade looks like. Oh yeah, that looks sick. Definitely using that design. I can only do it if I hear it first.
Sanfornian, do you?
Sanguine insignias for the rune blade. God, look how much Wyrite and Magic Dash we have. Christ almighty.
My best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later.
There you go. We'll do the rune belt as well.
Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later.
And rune crescents.
Yeah, that should do you.
What's that? Dragon talons.
My best work, but it'll do.
Yeah, it's not.
Anything else?
It's not a lot extra in terms of stats, but it'll do. You spend a lot of time around Yorkshire accents, and you're getting better at it. Sometimes it even comes out in your normal speech. It doesn't for me. I can't replicate it unless I hear it. I just have to mimic it like a fucking parrot.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling?
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
Okay. Nectar, you got anything for us? The Dread Comet. Let's have a look at this. Dread Comets. It's a bizarre name, isn't it? The Hunters of Tabor speak of a wild chocobo that haunts not only the nearby Badlands, but also their dreams, for it exhibits a ferocity rarely seen in the species, and has ripped more than a dozen of their comrades from gizzard to groin and feasted on their flesh. The bird is far past taming. It must needs be put down. Okay. Oh, have you played it, Diablo? What was it that you thought was missing for you? It does, doesn't it? What's your name? Tig old bitties. Brilliant. Yeah, welcome to stream. That does sound like I mean, from groin to gizzard, aka just like straight up the middle, sounds pretty bloody horrible, honestly.
Master Sid, have you seen His Highness the Prince? We were to dine together, or
Tig old
so
bitties.
I was going to suggest. Before he vanished, that is. I suppose now I'll just have to ask the Bard.
Love the majority of the game. One thing missing was mini games. I don't necessarily need mini games because it sounds like Rebirth has got too many from what I've heard. For me, it's just the upgrading feels kind of boring. Like it's just a straight line up. Like it's just defense and health goes up. That's pretty much it. I wish there was kind of more interesting loot. And it's a bit linear. I would have liked a bit more exploration, but it's still a great game. I'm really enjoying it. Like if it wasn't, I wouldn't play it.
Do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
Yeah, it would be difficult thematically to fit mini games into this. Well, I mean, you could always put like fishing into most things, couldn't you?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking.
Really, if they just got rid of most of the unimportant side quests, they could have put more focus into the main story. Yeah, unimportant side quests, I think, is the key word there. I think it's really difficult nowadays. Well, it's not that difficult, but it seems difficult nowadays to make really, really amazing side quests. The only game in recent memory, apart from like, I mean, I like the Yakuza games, but they're kind of like, a lot of the quests seem to be, you know, I've kind of experienced most of them now. Witcher 3 had really good side quests. Like, I'd argue the stories in those were probably of the same quality as the main quest.
What do we have here? Oh, Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
I love that it's called Mid's Dungeon.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's.
There's something hidden inside it.
Huh. What's this tucked inside it?
Bingo. Midadol. I know you like your riddles, so I reckon you'll appreciate this one. Of all my inventions, this one's the best. And so when choosing its place of rest, I recalled your opus, daughter dearest. And now it sleeps there in the first. Going to have to work on that last rhyme. Good luck.
Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising.
Is it a bazooka or something?
So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Hey, Kel. Oh shit, I need to put the anime night warning out. Hang on, give me just a sec. Gotta get the weebs together soon.
Do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
There we go.
You saw that
Did you do the early side quests about the pet wolf and the girl trying to find her branded? I must have, but it's not ringing a bell. I've done every side quest so far.
If Amber,
for better or worse. Yeah, I just wish the stories were a little bit more interesting. Like some of them are good, like character building or world building ones, but some of them are just like, make this shitty stew. Yeah, fetch quests are a lot of them.
Supposed to do our duty when the hills
And it's pretty much just like talk to someone, go to this other place and talk to someone, kill a load of shit, go back to talk to them, and then that's it.
Day avoiding a flood.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly.
Oh yeah, that one.
You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
I did do that one.
That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
Yeah, that quest was pretty good because it just kind of shows how the upper class in this game treat the branded. Yeah, that one was pretty. They're not subtle about the branded being discriminated against, are they?
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way.
What's inside?
There's something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
Wasn't Crow yeah, what's the reference there?
Fixed it.
Is Crow a character in another game? Kind of recognise the name.
Yeah, new music.
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
I'm sure I played a game with a character called Crow.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of.
It's a spark plug.
Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
I think there was it was a game where the character had, it was like Crow, but it was with an E on the end. Oh no, maybe I'm thinking of our Crow. There's literally, we got a person in here called Crow, who now that we've talked about him will now say, what have I done? Russell Crowe? I don't know. Maybe I'm just going demented. More so than usual.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye.
There you go.
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
Can't promise anything.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the
final
further the flagship
piece.
sails. I have to get back.
So read about that. A small yet intricate clockwork contraption crafted, then hidden away by Sid in the hope that his intrepid daughter might one day find a use for it. He's a silly bugger. Like, just fucking give it to us, you prick. Okay, I think I've got time to do these last 3 side quests here, I think. 2 of them have got a plus on them, so I'm hoping this one down the bottom is going to give us a few more potions, maybe. You're on 7 now, accidentally missed the end of 6. How did you miss the end of 6? Yeah, I want to get done at like roughly past so I can get some dins on. Nige.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root.
Ah, okay.
But they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
He's talking dirty to us, Nige, isn't he?
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria.
Great.
Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
Please, sir, can I have some Morble? For fuck's sake. What is with these fucking... So, whoever came up with these quest names is having a lot of fun. This place is growing quite nicely, isn't it? I do like when they, like over the course of the game, like an area like this improves slightly depending on the quests you've done. They knew what they were doing. Absolutely. I do like it. It injects a little bit of humour into it, doesn't it? Yeah, I wondered if Reese was naming the quests, actually.
Cole said it was an army.
There's been a hell of a lot of
What happened to Mid and the others?
puns in this so far. Okay, where's this Morble? Ask about Morble sightings. I hear your brother isn't a fan of carrots, Kupo. Every carrot of Rosaria is anything like the one that just got posted on the board. I can see why, Kupo. Oh, I fucking hate these things. It's called carrot? Yeah, I think I commented on that one. Actually, when I think I did that quite recently, the last stream or two, I think. Yeah, that was. They definitely know what they're doing. It's definitely got like kind of an English or a British sense of humour, this game. If you come across a red carrot protruding from the marshes of Three Reeds, do not attempt to pull it from the swampy soil. It is in truth another root vegetable entirely, an exotic species of Morble that uses a modified carrot-like vine as a lure to draw its prey close, before emerging from the earth and swallowing them whole. A cruel way for nature to turn these times of privation to her advantage. Right, we'll do that one in a min.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
Worried about him. And you want my advice?
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission.
Knob?
And he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
A curl's like killed his entire family.
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Sorry, rather, the ring killed his entire family. Okay, so this will give us another blueprint, hopefully. Yeah, I wonder actually how the puns would translate into other languages, if they do at all, that is.
She can't get glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best physica before too long.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything. But I'll speak to her.
Oh, thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
Tig old bitties, did you do the DLC, by the way? And if so, is it worth getting?
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia, it's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodrigue.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Why does it have to be a fucking
Thank you,
spider?
Clive. I won't forget this.
Like venom spider. Why can't it be like a bloody gerbil or something? Yeah, I saw that the PC one's getting all of the DLC as well, isn't it? Be nice to see how that game like runs at full whack, like with everything maxed out.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Oh, ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
Isn't Zoltan the name of the machine in Big that makes Tom Hanks an adult? Also, fucking hell, Blackthorn's like got serious imposter syndrome, doesn't he? All right, let's get a few of these done. Tabor. Okay, that's going to be closest, isn't it? We'll go and do that first. You've never seen Big. It's really good. It's a bit fucked up when if you stop and think about what's actually happening. It's a bit fucked up. Like some 80s films. You're either first or last. You're first or first loser, as one of my friends used to say.
Good girl.
He's a bit of a wind-up merchant, though. So which one's this for? Yeah, it's a little bit problematic, but if you if you try not to think about it too hard, you'll just enjoy the film. I do love an 80s film.
You deserve a rest. Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble.
Bit more like
I
git.
suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you are so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just don't go starting anything with the chief.
It's an interesting voice, that
I
guy.
won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Yeah, mega pushover.
Go on then.
Much obliged.
It's another little village for us to visit.
So this is Dravosht. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. He'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
Forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
I want to see if he actually looks like Zoltan now.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your hole.
Shut your hole.
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here. And neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Someone's got a chip on their shoulder, eh? Or a whole potato. Full of piss and vinegar, yeah.
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
Mostly piss.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravost. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravost in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravost prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just
Good old
because I haven't been
Snotty.
the last. Clive. Dravost won't last long without its furnaces. So, do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest. And you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravost will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you, August?
All right then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander
Of
skin.
course.
I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Carava.
Time for a spot of hunting, men.
Okie doke. Let's go and do that one quickly. I think this will probably have to be the last one, so I can get some food. Oh yeah, I want to change my icon abilities up a bit. I'm not really digging flare breath, honestly. I think we'll bring pile drive back. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Go away. Hopefully these are easy enough to kill. That was it, just in this rough area. Guess we follow the bodies.
Quick, shall we?
Oh. Yeah, maybe it won't be that easy. Gonna be able to one-shot him? Almost. Whoa, that's a lot of damage. Nice. I think we found our combo. Salamander skin. Some species of salamander are wont to shed their tails in order to escape predators. Alas, all those of sufficient size to provide the unblemished stretch of skin that Cid's bellows require have no predator but mankind, and are disinclined to part with their appendage.
I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows.
Alright, let's teleport back over.
What's this all about then?
No, not really.
Don't know. Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
There should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
I quite like my appendage.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Sorry about earlier. I take back everything I said. That thing you've built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pit coal cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravost needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Don't be such a fucking baby.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him. He's still explaining the ins and outs of the new forge, so I doubt we'll be going anywhere for a bit. No sense you waiting around anyway.
What's at the shop?
Would you like to see my wares?
A song? I can't be asked. Songs are so expensive, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's all well and good saying that, Tig, but, like, I guess unless you know the science behind it, why would you think of it?
These things are going to take some...
Like, it's a relatively primitive world, isn't it? It's not a lot of technology. Alright, what are we going to get?
Gentlemen.
Oh, sorry.
I see you both made it home in one piece.
He said it.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
So, pit coal cinder. Sooty black shards recently removed from the equally sooty black depths of the Dravost mines. Scattering them over a fire produces a hot crimson flame, for which effect the substance has long been highly prized by desert fortune tellers looking to strike the fear of the inferno into their superstitious clients.
Pit coal cinder? How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Needs a rival.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
Am I about to get a blueprint for gear that I've just literally upgraded? Because that'd be very annoying. Yep, probably. A diagram detailing the step to craft a belt to end all belts. Blimey. Ouroboros. That's to do with infinity, isn't it? Do we have the materials to make it, though?
So what do I owe the honour? So, will it be?
Probably not. Oh, wait, I'm on reinforced, sorry. Your Ouroboros belt. Stone tongue and a comet feather. So shall the end feed a new beginning. Having found this leather belt adorned with the ancient seal of the Devourer of Worlds, your search for the perfect wastewear is over, or has it just begun? So this is what I mean, like, the ultimate item in the game, well, possibly the ultimate belt in the game, and it gives me 14 more defense than a grey belt. It's kind of shit, isn't it? And 6 more health. Great. Brilliant. That's so brilliant. Right, so we've got the Orichalcum, the Comet Feather, and the Stone Tongue are going to be from one of the boards, aren't they? God, I dread to think what they're from. Hopefully it's not that bloody great big dragon.
Anything else?
Right, chaps. I think I'm going to have to call it there. Because I've got 15 minutes until anime night starts, and I need to get some food in me. But, see, I'm going to reject your hydrates and your stretches, because I'm going to go and do those in a minute anyway. Yeah, I'm going to... Sorry it was a shorter stream today. I would have liked to have done a longer one, but, you know, needs must. I'm going to be back on... Actually, I don't know now. It'll probably be Thursday, I think. Thursday night, Friday night? Or did I say I was going... Oh, no, I might be going out... okay, I don't know. I might be going out Friday night. And I might be going out Saturday night now. It's no rest for Thomas. But yeah, we'll get back to this soon. Hopefully we'll be able to finish this off in a little bit. Because it's not outstaying its welcome, but I feel the next game calling me. Whatever that is.